Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the Mummy Logic, जहाँ मेरी इंडियन मदर और मैं आपके साथ अनफिल्टर्ड कॉन्वर्जेशंस करते हैं और आज का टॉपिक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग, बहुत ही सेंसिटिव होने वाला है बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट the empty nest syndrome. We are going to talk about how हमारी generation के सारे लोग आजकल want to move abroad or want to move out, me being one of them, and just start our lives more independently away from our parents, where the mother bird, father bird are left alone and the kids are, nesting somewhere else. I actually want to start by asking you कि पहले तुम लोग सब लोग joint family में रहते, like you grew up with all your cousins, जैसे तुमने first episode में बोला कि you had your aunts and uncles and so many of you siblings were together who were not even blood related, to then now we are seeing everybody go from such joint families to now very nuclear families, that is basically parents और बच्चे लोग साथ में रहते हैं सिर्फ, और max to max grandparents हो गए. And now it's all moving to empty nest, which we are calling, is like nest is only with the birds, like the key birds, that is मम्मी पापा है और बच्चे लोग अलग रहते हैं, which हमारा भी घर,
have flown away.
Yeah, so even our house is sort of become like that. My sister is married. I have also moved out, even though I don't live abroad or something. I decided to move out. Are you or have you at any point experienced this? Because I remember जब मैं ये घर में move हुई थी तुम बहुत रोई थी और ये मेरा प्रॉपर मूव इन था बिकॉज तभी तो मैं तुम्हारे साथ ही सेम बिल्डिंग में रह रही थी फर्स्ट मूव आउट में. अभी आई मूव्ड आउट सेपरेटली. सो हाउ डिड यू फील दैट टाइम दैट ओके नाउ बोथ माई चिल्ड्रन हैव ग्रोन अप एंड आर इंडिपेंडेंट, that they don't need you anymore? Is that the feeling that made you feel depressed, or what was the feeling that hit you when I moved out, like your second child moved out?
The feeling of pride that you achieved something in life, and the feeling that you've made a very wise decision by moving out.
You felt that way?
Yeah, of course I felt that. I was proud of you, of all
Okay.
your achievements, and you became a little more responsible. The responsibility came
Yeah.
into you that okay, now I am alone, so I have to take care of everything. Though the kitchen wasn't managed
Is
by
not
you,
still
food is
managed,
not
yeah.
managed by you, but still I was happy. But at the same time I felt that means I can't say I was like empty or lonely or something like that. That didn't have an impact on me, because I wasn't.
Okay.
To be honest, I wasn't.
Okay.
Okay, it did not. I just felt bad, or I felt sad that like you are not close to me.
Okay.
Because we were always close to each other.
Yeah.
So that was the emotions
Distance
which
wise.
that was the emotions which overwhelmed me, and it made me feel like grief struck me at that point of time
When I moved out.
when you moved out. Yeah.
Okay. So you felt that way even when Sabrina moved out, when she got married, you
Yeah.
cried so much. You cried on all the occasions. So is that like a bittersweet feeling? Because they say, ladkiyan aati hai jaane ke liye. I don't know what that means, but it's basically technically aajkal to even men move out and everybody just moves out, So how did you feel when Sabrina got married? Was it a different feeling than what you felt when I moved out?
When Sabrina got married, that is a different feeling. That's a complete new journey. She was out to begin, right?
Yeah.
So that was like a very emotional detachment for
Yeah.
me, and I was like sobbing from my heart. That moment, like, it brought me like grief for many days. But then we move on.
Yeah.
I did not strike me to the core of my heart,
Yeah.
because, and I don't let it sink into my system, because when you think too deeply, then it has a psychological
Yeah.
effect. And if psychology starts ruining your mental stability, then then things go for a toss. Then things worsen up instead of you healing. It leaves bitter this into you, like you get emotionally affected. You can go into depression, you can go into.
So you were grief struck, but you were not letting
I did not allow it to
like your
overpower me.
functioning.
Yes,
Because
my
when
functioning.
Sabrina moved out, like when she got married, even dad was sobbing for days. And he was also he went a little too deep into thinking, and what you're saying, like he was thinking of her childhood and all the times y'all were not there in her childhood, like very present, and you know, y'all went into throwback mode with Sabrina's marriage a lot that time. So do you think he was sort of inching towards?
No, he wasn't inching. He's also a very strong man,
Yeah.
and mentally he's also very strong. So
Yeah.
he didn't definitely not inch towards depression or something. It was just that we were thinking that we could have had a better relation with her. We
Yeah.
could have had our gap could have been bridged.
Yeah.
We could have had better memories.
Yeah.
So today we wouldn't have been at
Yeah.
a point where
Yeah.
had so many regrets bringing
क्योंकि
her
पापा तो
up.
पूरा टाइम उसकी शादी के बाद ये बोल रहे थे कि मैंने उसके लिए ये नहीं किया, मैं ये कर सकता था, मैंने उसको ये नहीं करके दिया. अब शादी हो गई है तो you all felt like अब you can't do it.
Now we can't do, yeah.
But you don't feel that way anymore, right? Like now
No,
that
I
she's
don't. No, I
because
don't
when she
feel.
got married, she moved abroad. But now that she's back here, you can do and make up for lost time, and there's always a chance to make up
Yeah,
for
we
lost
do
time.
it. No, as in
Yeah.
how when we get time, we meet up. We
Yeah.
definitely spend time with her and
You
so
make up for the lost
time.
A
yeah.
lot of parents who feel empty nest, which is what you sort of felt at these points, which you don't want to. It's people don't recover from it. Like they go so deep into the thought process कि या तो मैं अपने बच्चों के लिए अच्छा कुछ कर सकता था जो मैंने नहीं किया है, या आज मेरे लिए ध्यान रखने वाला कोई नहीं है. Like do you at any point feel that because we've emancipated and we are now living, emancipated would be the wrong term, we've just moved out, कि अभी तुम लोग का बुढ़ापे में ध्यान रखने वाला कोई नहीं है?
No. I'd never ever doubt that my daughters won't stand for me or they won't take care of me or they will just leave us,
Yeah.
No, that thought will never, that my children will never do that. I'm confident about that. And I don't think if the upbringing is good, the children would do that.
But I feel like even if the upbringing is good, children love their parents. I've seen that with my friends. If you move abroad, distance does that. Like today, we also see in our families, one sibling is mostly abroad and one sibling is here. तो वो distance अपने आप create हो जाता है. वो sibling करना भी चाहे तो वो क्या करेगा? दूर से तुम कितना ही कर सकते हो. अगर आज मैं abroad चली गई होती और मैं उधर पढ़ रही होती और तुम लोग मेरे लिए फीस भर रहे होते and I would have got a job or whatever. And Sabrina was also abroad and there was nobody physically here to take care. It's not like we run behind y'all with doctors and all. You all do your own thing, which I'm very proud that you all run and take care of yourselves. But तुमको कभी ऐसा लगता है कि और हम लोग की एज होगी तो हम लोग को हेल्प लगेगी और हम लोग के बच्चे नहीं हुए तो हमारा ध्यान कौन रखेगा?
In the Bible, it is said God cares even for the tiniest of creatures, that is the sparrow. So, He is the creator. He has made us. And we will be definitely taken care of, not by y'all. Maybe someone or the other will be there. No?
Yeah.
Like today, Chotu is not my blood.
Yeah.
But he cares for me so much.
Yeah.
Like my own son. He
Yeah.
does so much of my personal service also.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
It depends on how you develop a relation with anybody. Like with a stranger also, you can develop a relationship. So that is not that you cannot claim as to be an emptiness syndrome.
But I think that is your understanding. Like abhi agar tum Nani ka example lo, for example, Nani has also sort of been emptiness only.
Yeah,
ever
but then
since
I have been there always.
You've always been there in distance.
Yeah. So
I know.
Nearly for 25-30 years, I've been taking care of her.
But you don't live with her. So whenever we've always seen summer vacations, अपन सब जाते थे and our house is super full and it's bustling with energy and all the kids are there and all. And then when we all go back, she used to feel that and she used to cry and all. But she used to always pick herself up and be back.
She was a strong woman. Yes,
I think it takes a lot of mental energy to sort of recover from the loss that you're facing, because some parents are not able to recover कि मेरा बच्चा चला गया. यही तो वो syndrome में lead करता है कि people are not able to accept कि now I don't have my kids around me, they are not accessible to me. And I have seen parents who want to put that sort of control on them. Like the last episode we discussed कि parents are moving forward, they are progressing with their children, and you said that अगर dating app से भी आजकल you know, the loneliness is broken and you get relationships, parents are becoming accepting of it. But there's always a flip side of the coin कि parents are not accepting and they put restrictions on their children कि तू तो नहीं abroad जा सकता है क्योंकि हम लोग का ध्यान कौन रखेगा, तू मत, मतलब तू घर में ही रह, तू इधर मत जा, जॉइंट फैमिली में रहना, शादी करके इधर ही लाना है. लाइक ये सब रिस्ट्रिक्शंस होती है घरों में क्योंकि वो लोग चाहते हैं कि बुढ़ापे में बच्चा हमारा ध्यान रखे, कि हम लोग ने पूरी लाइफ वही बच्चे का ध्यान रखे. Do you think that is right for parents to do?
That is not right for parents to demand, because they see, I'll tell you one thing, children know, or also they have their rights, right? Like how we say as parents we have our rights,
Yeah.
they also have their rights. They have to establish their identity, they have to go into the world, and until and unless they go into the world, explore hidden dimensions, fend for themselves, explore new paths, till then they will not learn.
Absolutely.
As long as they are under the shelter of their parents are definitely going to help them in their weak points, or parents are going to sit and
Yeah.
that parental, as a parent they are definitely going to cater to the
Yeah.
needs of their child. Even if the child is married and having his own children also, yet they will be there for for their children. So children are born through us,
Yeah.
not for us. So parents should establish this fact,
Yeah.
that they should go, they should solidify their identity, they should make something for themselves. So then the parents also can be proud of them, no?
Yeah.
It should be a moment of pride where you are sending your kids maybe anywhere in the country, abroad, for career, for education, for anything.
Yeah.
Let them go, let them be free. They will learn when they fly to great heights, when they scale great heights.
When
Then
they fall.
when they fall, then they will learn.
Yeah.
They may not even fall, but they will learn.
Yeah.
And then they will know the value of a parent also.
Yeah.
At that point of time, like when you moved out from our house, you realized the
A
value
lot of things.
of parents.
Yeah.
Till you were there in the house, you never valued anything. Like,
Yeah.
the day you moved out, you valued
True.
ki how much work goes
Yeah.
on in keeping a house stable.
True. Yeah.
Right? From morning, you wake up at 6, right up to 11 o'clock, the house is functioning. But then, how things are being put into place.
It takes that realization, like no matter how mature I would say I always was, to understand how a individual functions and a home functions with a person, I only understood when I started living alone. Like
Yes.
that within your comfort. Like today also, I have the protection of my parents. Like if I face any difficulty, y'all come, y'all do it. It's like that security blanket is the same way. Y'all also feel security blanket via me, but I have to take care of everything, and that's where
Yes.
my challenges begin and end,
End,
and
yes.
it's never ending.
Ending.
घर का काम कभी भी खत्म
खत्म
नहीं
नहीं
होता
होता
है.
है.
So yeah, I think, see, as a very progressive parent that you are, and we've all established that through the podcast, that I think one of the proudest thing I am as a daughter is both you and dad are very accepting and adapting. मतलब तुम लोग हर बार situations को हम लोग की नजरिए से देखते हो और उसी वे में analysis करते हो.
We realized your potential. See, if I wanted, I could have blackmailed you, or I could have said like sympathetic story or emotionally bonding. I could have held you back, kept you back in the house. It was not that we were running short of space, but I told myself, no, she needs to go, she will learn.
Yeah.
The day she learns, that at that point of time she will be able to establish her empire in the world. She will make a name for herself. If I kept you back today, maybe you wouldn't be today
Where I
where
am.
you are.
Yeah.
Your ideas would be trapped in that house.
Yeah,
Got it.
very true. And yeah, if you wouldn't have allowed me, I would never have.
And I have always, what you say, encouraged you all to achieve everything in life. No, I have never stopped you. Like right from a child, also I have encouraged you to do so many things you did as
Yeah.
a child. Like you did this. What is that? London School, Trinity,
Trinity
of
College
London.
of London. Yeah.
Communication skills you did. So you have like, I have not stopped you. Whatever you wanted to do, I have permitted you to
Yeah.
do. No.
But what would you give as a progressive individual in general? And for somebody, I think here the value of work really comes. Like you said, after Sabrina's marriage, you were in grief, but you picked yourself up and you did not let it go into depression, and you actually channelized your energies and you were fine, even though she moved abroad and everything after that. तुम कैसे कर लेती हो? क्योंकि आई थिंक तुम्हारा काम भी आ जाता है और तुम इतनी बिजी हो जाती हो रोज के काम में. और मैंने ये डिफरेंस भी देखा है मेरे फ्रेंड्स जिनके पेरेंट्स वर्किंग पेरेंट्स है अभी भी, एंड दे आर लिटिल यंगर देन यू ऑल्सो, and their kids are gone abroad. They cried a few days when their daughter went, and then they got back to work because काम तो काम है. याद आती है बेटी की, but कुछ नहीं, आज 1 साल से मिले नहीं है, but they are functioning because you know health issues come, health issues go.
Middle class women have works on their hand. They are working.
Yeah.
So when you are working, you have a 9 to 5 job, so you are busy with that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you don't have time to actually process that, oh, my house is empty and I cannot do anything. And it's my advice to parents who are at home and their children have moved out, not to grieve over that. You know, it's a proud moment for you. You have been a best parent. You have been a parent. So now you be their confidant, you be their friend, you call them up, you speak to them on the phone, so they share everything. It's not that they've forgotten you, it's just that they are, you know, exploring hidden dimensions. They are learning. Ups and downs are there in life. Maybe they are not even having proper food to eat. They must be not even being able to, you know, manage their laundry.
They literally tell me कि ऐसा लग रहा है कि माँ बाप भी दुखी है उधर घर पे और हम लोग भी कुछ इतने खुश नहीं है, because we are not living luxurious lives. They are just trying to find a footing, you know, sharing rooms and sharing wards and trying to find accommodation, और फिर उसके बाद जॉब और वीज़ा का टेंशन. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि they've come from generational wealth और उन लोग मतलब आराम की ज़िंदगी उधर जी रहे या आ गए वापस तो ठीक है, एजुकेशन का पैसा वेस्ट हुआ. तो उतने उसमें, और फिर माँ बाप भी जब इधर दुखी होते हैं तो ऐसा गिल्ट ट्रिप में जाना पड़ता है, तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है फॉर चिल्ड्रन टू बी हैप्पी एनी वेयर ऑल्सो. आई थिंक इट्स टू मच प्रेशर फ्रॉम अ किड्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू टू फील लाइक, आई ऑल्सो फेल्ट दैट एट सम पॉइंट कि व्हेन Sabrina was already abroad and I had to go for my masters, I was like, if I also go, who's there for my parents? And I'm not even kidding you, you might not think that way, but जब मैंने अपना content का, you also know this, मैंने बोली तुमको एक बार कि जब मैंने content creation का सोची थी, I was like, एक तो अपने पास like security का पैसा नहीं था कि we could have, you all had money and I could have taken that and gone. I would have to take loan, मुझे loan लेना नहीं था. And secondly also I was like, if I also go and Sabrina's also in South Africa, like who is there for you all? फिर तुम लोग तो अकेले हो जाओगे. तो वो सोच के आई हैड डिसाइडेड कि ठीक है,
withheld yourself.
Yeah, I was like, if this is doing well for me, might as well do this, you know, we'll see where it goes. So that was that thing, and I definitely factored y'all in my decision. But what about children who can't make it in India? Like India में possibilities इतनी कम हो गई है कि सब लोग abroad भागने की उसमें. And ऐसा नहीं है, मैं नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि abroad बहुत ज़िंदगी अच्छी है, बहुत मुश्किल है. Of course, पैसा भी बहुत चला जाता है, वीज़ा का security नहीं है Indians को. But till they don't try, how will they know, right? These kids need to try and they need to, like, if I wasn't doing content creation, मैं भी अभी पूजा रोशनी के साथ UK में होती तो and probably even I would have been sad over there with a with a student loan, and the pressure of being there, but I would still be trying. Everybody's just trying their best over here. And their parents also miss them, but क्या कर सकते हैं? Like what are the ways you think parents can cope with the children not being in the house?
There are many ways, no? You can see, first and foremost, all these 20 years of your life, a parent, maybe a father or a mother, both, have worked towards the goals of their children.
Yeah.
They always keep children's priorities first. Ki my child should not suffer in anything in life. Maybe the father works extra hours to, you know, save money for the child's education, which is like very, very important, right? At the same time, the mother is also working for the child's upbringing. So the 20 years of the life of the parents have never gone between themselves. उन लोग दोनों के बीच में तो उन लोग ने मतलब जिंदगी जिए ही नहीं है कि एक दूसरे को समझे ही नहीं है कि शादी के बाद एक ही साल में अगर बच्चा हो गया तो वो पूरी जिंदगी उन लोग बच्चे को बड़ा करने में ही चला जाता है. So they don't have that opportunity to, you know, to develop their taste, develop their what do you say,
relationship with each other.
Yes, develop their relationships, kindle that there
romance,
are so many ways they can do again, like they can spark the romance in their life. They can travel, They can pursue their hobbies which they have never done in life.
Yeah.
Maybe they never had time for it, no?
Hmm.
Because all the time it's like children running to school, running for taking them for tuitions, taking them for classes,
Yeah.
taking them to the garden. That has been the journey of every parent.
Yeah.
Like what I know and what I have
Mhm.
seen, that
Mhm.
is they never get time for
Yeah.
themselves. So this also you can take it as a positive aspect.
Hmm.
You can take it like brighter side, कि from the hustle bustle, from the mundane life, मतलब रोज की जिंदगी से now I am free,
Yeah.
you know.
You're giving this advice. Do you get this opportunity to spend that time with Papa or?
I don't, because I am a working woman, right?
Yeah.
And I enjoy my work. It is
Hmm.
more of an enjoyment than of a job.
Leisure, yeah.
Yeah, than
Yeah.
of a financial value now, because
Correct.
now I love doing that.
Yeah.
So I continue with that. So now even if I'm alone or if I don't have any work, then I am either going shopping or I'm doing gardening or I'm watching a movie. Like I am in my
Yeah.
leisure pace and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. You
So
barely call us also. My
yeah.
mother's only messages to me are good afternoon, Sarah. Good morning, Sarah. Morning I wake up and she's like, good morning, Sarah. How are you, beta? Bus. And if
Yes.
I reply, she takes it. If I don't reply, she'll ping me again in the afternoon. Good afternoon. What are you doing?
So at least that much I keep
Yeah,
like to check on you
of
whether
course.
like
And I
everything
need
is
that. Like
fine.
that, how are you, beta is very, if someday I don't get it, I'm like, today you didn't ask me, how are you, beta? You don't care about my, how am I? So,
So that at least that much, like to know, check on you, that is my moral
yeah.
duty as a mother. So I do that. And yeah, I'm fine. I can, I
Yeah,
don't
and
have any
y'all also travel.
complaints.
I think as a
Yeah.
family, what we try to do is to, because jab se I have moved out, I also don't get time with my family that much. Like at least हम लोग को weekends मिलते हैं, वो भी अभी बहुत rarely. मम्मी और मैं अभी podcast में जितना time spend करते हैं उतना वरना पापा के साथ तो time भी नहीं मिलता है इतना. So the only way we try to stay together as a family is with travel. So that's sort of our collective hobby जो हम लोग ने एक
That bond is
that is there, yeah.
maintained. Yeah,
And
that bond is
luckily that we
maintained.
all like to travel, that
Travel,
we all
yes.
enjoy our ways of traveling are different, but we all manage somehow. Like
Okay.
with mummy's church importance to visit every church that she sees. Next time I'm going to take her somewhere that there's no church, no
I won't
monument.
come only.
No monument. We'll take her to like an island, just pani or beach. Okay?
Okay.
We'll take a beach vacation.
Okay.
I want to ask you, how does it feel when when you have two siblings and keeping the topic the same कि अगर एक sibling चला गया है ना, मैंने हमेशा देखा है और तुम्हारे साथ भी हुआ है कि your one sibling, your brother is abroad and you live here. Did you ever feel like I am doing so much for my mother? तुमने कभी ऐसा prioritize की कि अभी सबरीना चली गई तो मैं सारा को नहीं भेजूंगी?
No, I didn't prioritize all that. If you had, I was all ready to send you.
Yeah.
It was whatever the circumstances were. I wanted you to go. I wanted you to explore that
Yeah.
that phase of life also.
Yeah.
It was very much in me. Maybe I would be grief stricken, but I wanted you to explore
Yeah.
explore that dimension. I always told you, go for your MBA, do this, do that. That educational phase, studying in an institute, and that was like, I felt you missed out on that.
Yeah.
Because you were very brilliant.
Yeah.
Your brilliance was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Never felt that I am doing for my mother, because it was okay. He was destined to go abroad. He had to go because of his family and everything. So he went and settled abroad. And this, I never complained that I am doing for my mother or I am taking care of her. I never had any issues. Till date, I never tell her that I am looking after you.
Mhm.
It's my moral duty.
Yeah.
And today, what I have done, you have seen. I have never complained or made a sulky face or, expected that she, respects me because I'm taking care of her or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah, I mean, even if Sabrina was abroad, I never felt like जब वो अभी UK भी गई थी, I had accepted कि वो वापस ही नहीं आएगी, मतलब वो तो गई
She
है for
settled
good.
over there, yes.
Yeah, because she was very interested to settling in
Abroad.
UK. But I don't think because I have honestly never taken care of y'all, to be very honest. Like that phase of my life has not come that I am taking
We
care
have
of
not
y'all.
aged out. Okay, we are still very young. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Don't
You should be
claim
young
that
at
we are-
heart. I
Yeah.
think No, you're
Yeah,
not
people
told.
in Europe and all, till 90 also, they are sole survivors. No, they don't depend on their children. Their children move out at a very young age.
Yeah, this
So
is
that,
sort of the concept that's come from abroad only,
yes,
na,
of
to
course,
India.
yeah. So that independence, the parents like who are like going into depression, or who are, facing that emptiness syndrome, they should they should take it in a positive way. They should think of the brighter things they did in life today, because of their upbringing, or because of, like, see, when a child is born in India, I'm talking about middle class families, or I'm talking about children in India. When the child is born only, and we put the child to school, we tell the child, oh, you excel, we'll send you abroad for further studies. That's what I have also done, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you do very well, we'll send you abroad for further
Yeah.
studies. I know every parent's dream is to send their child abroad for further studies. So when we are, putting this vision into them, obviously then they are manifesting that vision. So they will definitely,
Yeah, channelize.
harness the energy to go abroad.
Yeah.
So that is their goal, then that is their perspective, to go abroad, कि हमारे बेसिक एजुकेशन हो जाएगा, हम बाहर चले जाएंगे, हमारे माँ बाप ने तो पहले से हमको बोल के रखा है.
Yeah.
Then after they going, then parents counter back, they never think कि they will go and we'll be left alone.
Yeah.
That thought
doesn't
never
come
comes
as a
into,
kid.
when the kids are small, it never comes into the parents. And after the 20 years of service, they are like so attached to their kids, then they go into, like, they fall into into
Yeah.
depression, or they fall into
Yeah.
this, or plunge into grief.
Yeah. This is a topic very close to home because honestly, even though we are not experiencing it, Alhamdulillah, I have seen it with a lot of my friends, because if y'all follow my vlogs, you'll know at this point all of my friends have left for abroad, and only, like, literally only one of my friend is like last woman standing. So with all my friends gone, I have seen all sorts of parents. I've seen parents who've bounced back. I've seen parents who've not been able to take it well. I've seen parents who've not let their kids go abroad also, who are my little far away friends, not that close, because they want to not be lonely in their this. So they've emphasized that marriage is fine, but education is not fine. Like, I've seen all sorts of parents. Not from a psychologist point of view, tum psychiatrist, psychologist nahi ho, but are you pro therapy? You've never seeked therapy, but would you advise a parent to take therapy as not just hobbies and all, like once you're fully deep into that pit hole to pick themselves up? Are you as a parent pro therapy?
Yes, I am pro therapy, because this medical help is very important.
Yeah.
They will pull you out, rather than you going deeper and deeper, and then you going into Alzheimer's, or you suffering from major illnesses
Like schizophrenia.
yeah. So it's might as well you seek therapy in the early stage.
Mhm.
So then maybe you can pursue, they will guide you
They
in what
guide.
you
They,
can
yeah,
do.
they guide. Like, I think therapy helps so much.
Yeah, rather than going into medication and all that,
Mhm.
so the therapy will definitely help you. And it depends on the partner also, if the partner should try to bring out the person who is the parent who is feeling at loss. They can play games, playing games. I have heard that you play whatever games, like board games, you play with them, or you play carom, because carom, in that movie Munna by MBBS, he plays carom. So
Yeah.
he was a dementia patient,
Yeah.
but he revived, right?
Yeah.
So, like, playing carom is a very what do you say, effective way of trying to bring out people, especially like such type of people who have gone deep into depression, or they are feeling the loss. So these small, maybe they can't concentrate at that moment, they are just sitting blank in front of the carom board. But once you try, second day you try, third day you try, finally they will lift their hands to hit the striker. So at that will be like a the
Positive boost.
positive this moment for the partner, whoever is trying to bring back the person who is gone into depression. So I feel that's a very, very, what do you say,
Crucial way to.
crucial way,
Yeah.
or very important way.
But this is just one of the methods I really want to emphasize here, that we are not experts in dealing with mental
Yeah,
health.
we are not experts, but We are just giving our this
2 cents. Like,
yeah.
ये बहुत ही sensitive topic है and I think it's a little deep for understanding कि ये एक factor जो मम्मी लोग ने बहुत progressively adapt कर लिया है, हर चीज़ को एकदम positively view करके they've sort of come out of it. But I know that it hits home really hard to a point that it leads to that proper diagnosis of empty nest syndrome. And if you feel somebody is in need of that or is slipping into that, seeking medical professional help is essential. And I honestly did not know that you're pro therapy, but I have always been somebody who's pro therapy, pro medical help seeking. कि तुम अपने बच्चों की लाइफ नहीं रोक सकते, यू नो, बच्चों को भी गिल्ट होता है कि यू नो इफ दे लीव यू एंड गो, इफ they also feel that, of course, kids also are very attached
They
to their
love
parents.
you.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, they
it's
love
not just a one-way street. Parents, kids can be deeply in respect and love of their parents and still have to go to better their life, because हम लोग की पूरी लाइफ बची है. लाइक तो ऐसा कभी कभार ऐसा भी लगता है ना कि वी आर जस्ट 20, आई हैव 80% ऑफ माई लाइफ लेफ्ट टू लिव, एंड टुडे इफ आई प्रायोरिटाइज ओनली माई पेरेंट्स, लाइक द मूवी पीकू hit very close to home, because in that movie she's given her full life in the service of her father, and then eventually he passes away, and then she has sort of that lost phase or that phase to sort of you've seen the movie?
Yeah, I don't remember the story, but I did see Amitabh Bachchan and this
Yes.
one. Yeah,
So she's basically like a single daughter who's taking care of her father, and then the father passes away eventually. He's very old and all. But that, I feel, kids have that. Kids want to be there for their parents, but
Yes.
they also need to progress. Like that need to progress is very strong in the Gen Z, कि हम लोग को आगे बढ़ना है, आगे तरक्की करनी है, और माँ बाप को छोड़ने का गिल्ट सभी को होता है. But that sweet spot is there, you know, like either parents need to sort of just keep a connection with WhatsApp messages or video call. और आज दुनिया इतनी छोटी हो गई है.
Today, yeah, true. Today, like it's become a global village, right? Communication has enhanced, like the distance has become so close that you can't even imagine like someone going abroad and not,
Exactly.
you know, being in touch with that person. So today everything has
With
revolutionized.
one call you can just talk.
Yes.
पापा, जब हम लोग साउथ अफ्रीका गए थे तभी पापा हम लोग को बता रहे थे कि पहले कॉल करने के लिए दादी को वो जाके लिस्ट में नाम लिखाना पड़ता था इंटरनेशनल कॉल करने के लिए. दादी के टाइम पे इफ यू वांट टू मेक एन इंटरनेशनल कॉल यू हैव टू गो टू दैट सेंटर वे इंटरनेशनल कॉल्स हैपन, लिखवाओ नाम, और फिर वो कॉल आवे तो तुमको बुलाते थे, एंड देन
That was Britishers period है. इतना पुराने.
But that's how international calls used to be, and now you can
Hello,
just
everything has revolutionized, no? Now, yeah, okay. So like that, you can take a chartered plane also, and you can come and you can see your beloveds, no?
that you're doing.
नहीं.
इतना पैसा किसके पास है? मैं व्हाट्सएप वीडियो कॉल की बात कर रही हूँ, तुम चार्टर्ड प्लेन की बात कर रही हो. Any closing message that you want to give the parents who are facing or dealing with this right now?
Be contented that as a mother you have lived a good this with your child.
Yeah.
You have to always be contented. You have brought up your kids today that they have taken the decision of going abroad. That is also a major decision for a child to take, to go abroad
Or to move out.
or to move out.
Yeah. Or to get married or whatever they've done.
So today you have time for yourself. You should indulge in all your activities, you know, so that will help you to come over the fact that your child has moved out. Never regret or never feel low that, oh, my child has moved out. That is not going to give you any contentment. In fact, all your efforts will go down the drain if you feel, you know, negative about it. And it won't manifest also for the child. So I advise that always keep positive vibes around the child, so the child will always prosper in life. That's my message.
Every vlog people tell me, how are you so positive? How are you so positive? How do you always see the bright side of things? And now I know that y'all also think that way. That's how y'all have trained me to think, you know, that ठीक है बुरा तो सबके साथ होता है, but सब में अच्छा देखो, सब में see the positive thing of you've done something right. That is why your child is where they are, right? If they are married, or they are with you, or they are moving out, or whatever life stage they are in, your hands are in that. So let your child also prosper, because उनकी भी पूरी जिंदगी आगे बची है उनके लिए. And yeah, with that, I think we'll close out today's episode. It was short, crisp, but very close to home, and very, very sensitive also as a topic. आई एम श्योर कि आप लोग सबके भी कुछ ना कुछ थॉट्स हो गए इस पे, एंड हर एक इंसान, हर एक जेन जी और जेन एक्स के बीच में जो गैप है उसको हम कैसे ना कैसे ब्रिज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट्स, हाउ डू you all try to bridge the gap with your parents? How are you all trying to stay connected with your parents? And we will definitely see you all in the next episode. We hope that you all have subscribed to our channel, या तो फिर आप लोग ने playlist में add कर दिया है, favorites में add कर दिया है, जो भी कर दिया है. Thank you for all the crazy amount of love that the mummy logic has got so far. We are over the moon. We did not even expect what रिस्पॉन्स वीव गॉटन. आई एम नॉट इवन किडिंग कि मम्मी खुद इतनी मतलब सरप्राइज हो गई है कि कितने लोगों ने मम्मी लॉजिक को इतना प्यार दिया है. एंड वी आर गोइंग टू ट्राई टू ब्रिंग आउट डिफरेंट बेस्ट यूनिक पेरेंटिंग कंटेंट टू यू ऑल. इसी के साथ वी विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट एपिसोड. बाय
Bye.